if you know the information that you have is valuable because there's people asking you questions like, how did you do this? How did you get this result? How did you make this much money? How did you get in shape? Whatever it is, right? If you know there's people asking you questions right now about how you did something, you know that information is valuable. And I'm guessing that you're probably a little bit fed up with giving answers for free. And the reason why you're doing something completely borderline unethical by giving away free information is because people who pay attention. So if you're not charging for the information, you're doing people a disservice. You are quite literally holding them back from reaching their potential in the thing because they have no sunk cost. There's no reason to go deeper. There's no reason to take the action required to actually make the jump, make the progress. So it might make you feel good in the moment, giving away that information for free, but what you're doing is you're actually doing the person you're helping, you're not even helping them. You think you're helping them, but you're actually not. And that's the irony, and that's one of the hardest things you have to go through in this journey if you are wanting to start selling your knowledge, start selling your information, start productizing yourself, is you basically have to get over this belief that helping people for free is helping people. Like this belief that you're doing the right thing by giving people free information, you're not. All you're doing is you're avoiding the discomfort of potential rejection by charging them, or maybe being judged, or maybe, all those emotions that come up, like maybe you feel greedy, you don't want to be ripping people off for information they could get on the internet, but they could get the information anywhere. They've come to you because they want to know how you did it. And they also want you to be you're like a symbol. You're a symbol for their commitment. So you have to charge people. You have to charge people. Otherwise, they're not going to value the information. And if they don't value the information, then you are doing them a disservice. I give a perfect example, right? So a perfect example for me is when I first started building a following on Twitter, people started asking me, oh, how are you doing this, Dan? How are you doing this? And I started jumping on calls with people and I started helping them out. I started giving them the information, right? And I would hop on a call with people for like an hour at a time. And do you know what happened to all those people I helped who didn't pay a dime? Nothing. Nothing. They literally sat there with starry eyes, listening to what I had to say, listening to my advice. Oh, Dan, I'm so grateful. Oh, thank you so much. And just lapping it up. And I make myself feel good, right? I make myself feel gratified. I make myself feel like I've done something good today. I feel valuable. But really, I've done nothing for them. I'm actually being selfish because I have this personality test that I give all my clients and I give everyone I work with, and I give a lot of my friends, to help them realize, like, what is your life path? What are you meant for? What are your innate talents, gifts, etc.? And what I've started to realize is when you have a certain personality type, like you are an entrepreneur that also is knowledgeable, that likes to help people, that is ultimately a big producer and is able to not just produce and build businesses, but also to help people and provide knowledge and provide a working philosophy for people so that they can make progress in their life and in their business. I'm going to go this way because that way is just a bit rammed. And so, by the way, I was just on the way to the cafe to do some work and this idea popped into my mind. So anyway, if you have this knowledge to share and you have this personality type that is a giver, you want to share your knowledge with the world, then what you have to do is you have to put guardrails up. Otherwise, you can't help everyone. Sure, you can go and make some content. That's going to help people. This is content. This is free. This is free information. But really, all I'm doing is I'm trying to get your attention. That's what this content is for. I'm trying to get your attention. The kind of person that has been dealing with this problem, helping people for free, has achieved something. You're probably a business owner, most likely, or a creator that's cracked the code on something, or maybe you've cracked the code on investing, or maybe you've been able to live a freedom lifestyle. Maybe you've made millions in the past with building a construction company. I don't know. But the point is that people can benefit from that information. People are starting to notice the value that you bring with that information, and you're not charging for it. And the longer you refuse to charge for it because you don't want to be salesy, and you don't want to seem greedy, and you don't want to seem like you're doing the wrong thing, like this is all bullshit. Because you think you're being generous, but you're really, really not. If you want to be generous, go and give money, go and give some blood, go and give people, go and help people out at their local, I don't know, like digging holes or something, whatever they're doing. But the reason why information needs to be charged for is because in this game where we are selling knowledge and coaching people and giving people life-changing information, philosophies, systems, etc., frameworks, it's an internal game. We're in the game of transformations. So if you want somebody, like, what's your number one objective? Take somebody's money? Oh, well, hang on. Help somebody? It probably is that. You want to feel valuable, you want to feel like your work has meaning. All right, what if I told you that helping people for free is not helping them? That actually human nature is we only value things that we pay for. We only value things that have a cost, whether that's an energetic cost, some kind of investment. And so really, what you're doing is you think you're being nice, but you're actually going against what the design of a human being, human nature, and you're actually doing them a disservice. So when you elevate to a higher level of perspective, where you know that if you want somebody to do something, that you have to use every single tool in the toolbox, every single psychological, not trick, but every single trigger and every single psychological piece of the human organism, trying to find the words here, to get people to do things, you have to use them. Like, for example, a CEO is really a master of psychology. They're a master of sales. They're a master of team building. They're a master of getting people to do things, motivating people. Like, that's what you actually are, that you have to do when you're coaching. You have to use their own programming, not against them, but for them. So if you're giving people free information, you're doing them a disservice, because what's happening is they're not valuing the information, they're not going to take action, they're not going to get the transformation. And that is ultimately what results are in this game, is a deep transformation. My biggest clients, the ones who paid the most attention, and the ones that paid the most attention got the best results. And the ones that got the best results, well, they had the biggest financial investment, which meant they had the biggest emotional investment, which meant they had the biggest transformation, which naturally meant that I end up having the best relationships with them. I've never once had someone refund. I've never once say, oh, that wasn't worth it. Oh, that was too much money. I've never once had that. And that's because I know that the product that I provide is valuable, but I also know that the more somebody pays, the more somebody invests, the more they value it, the more action they take. The lesson or the message today is very, 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 very clear. You need to be charging people. Stop doing work for free, or stop giving away free advice. It doesn't work. You're actually sabotaging your own business, number one, because it means these people aren't getting results. Number two, and that means you're not improving your reputation. You're not getting winners. You're not getting people who are building your business for you with good reviews, with referrals, with results. Ultimately, because you don't have results, you don't have the business. It's just a scam. Interesting music going on there. Secondly, you're not making the money you should. Like, you're sitting on a gold mine and you're refusing to cash it in. And lastly, all you're doing is you're just making yourself feel good. You're actually being selfish. You're not changing the world, giving away free information, working like helping, like giving them advice for free. You change the world by charging them one person at a time. You build up a customer base, and eventually you're really changing lives, because you are really granting them permission. Like, that's what you're doing. You're really granting them permission to take action on something that's really important for them. And that is why they have to pay, and that's why you should charge people, and that's why I think you should charge people a lot, because it's really, we're in the game of transformations. If you want somebody to transform, you need them to be deeply, deeply invested in the work you're doing with them. This is deep transformational work. You're literally transforming them spiritually. Anyway, that's my little rant today. Stop doing free work. You're not being generous. You're not being a good person by giving free advice. You're just making yourself feel better. You're doing the wrong thing. The right thing to do is to charge them a lot of money, or whatever feels right to you at first. And that's where the transformations are going to come. And that's what's actually going to build your business. And that's what's actually going to grow your income as well into something that has no ceiling. So if you're interested in learning more about what I do and how I help people, or just generally want to get deeper into my world, there's a link down below. There's a link down below to join. Well, what you do is you'll get my magnetic identity prompt. Basically, it's a prompt I spent absolutely a long time on creating, which shows you your unique life path. It shows you your unique innate gifts. It takes into account your numerology, your Myers-Briggs. It basically maps it all together and gives you like one comprehensive like personality profile. And that is going to tell you exactly what you should be doing, if this is even the right thing to consider for you. There's a link down below. You can go and grab that. It's getting very loud on this road now. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.